Or maybe there's a different reason. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Billy Eichner being upset at heterosexual people because his new movie called Bros, which is a gay rom-com, did not do well at the box office. Now, there's a lot to unpack, as a cool kid say here. Why just automatically point a finger at somebody for your movie not doing very well? First of all, your marketing budget was on zero. All right. I've seen marketing for the movie called Smile. Like I saw, because the whole thing about Smile is it's a horror movie and you got some weird, crazy, creepy looking smiles going on. I saw a girl with a Smile t-shirt on looking dead in the camera with the crazy, creepy smile grin at a football game. And then the video went viral. Now that is great marketing for a movie. And I've seen their trailer everywhere. I've seen it all over the place, social media, the actual movies themselves. I've seen it all over the place. I've not seen one stitch of marketing for this rom-com called Bros. As a matter of fact, I hadn't heard about it up until just right now when the guy who's in the movie complaining about people not going to see it because of, heterosexual people that are homophobic. Okay. I've not seen one piece of marketing. Matter of fact, I think I saw the poster one time at a movie theater, right outside the movie theater. As I'm walking by, I'm like, okay, what's that? I had no idea what it was. No idea until right now. So that's a big piece of movies doing well is the marketing. I've done marketing for quite a long time myself, 10, 15 years of that. I know what it is. I know the value of marketing. He had pretty much zero marketing for this movie. That's the first thing. Second thing, maybe your movie is not very good. All right. There's a lot of movies that have involved gay themes that have done very well. Brokeback Mountain, for example. I've not seen that. That ain't my cup of tea. But movies that are out there that have done very well. Also TV shows. The Wire is one of the best TV shows of all time. And one of the main characters of the show, Omar, was gay. And there was a gay kind of like scene in the film, well, in the series. That did not take away from it and make it any less of a great piece of work. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, it's not even about people that are upset at gay couples not going to see your movie. Maybe your movie sucks. Maybe your movie did not get good marketing. Maybe, just maybe, your movie flopped. Okay. Welcome to the club. Sometimes movies flop. As a matter of fact, it had a low budget. It was like $20 million. That may appear to be a lot of money, but if you want a big blockbuster or for it to do well in a theater and you're not spending $100 million, it may not go that well. Here's what he said on Twitter, and I'll just, of course, link to it in the description. It's like a whole big thing right here. So he says, last night I snuck in and sat at the back of a sold-out theater playing Bros in L.A. Okay, so L.A., they like it. It was a sold-out theater. Great, fantastic. The audience howled with laughter start to finish, burst into applause at the end, and someone wiping away tears as they walked out. It was truly magical. Really, I'm very proud of this movie. Rolling Stone already has Bros on a list of the best comedies of the 21st century. What's also true is that at one point, a theater chain called Universal and said they were pulling the trailer because of the gay content. Universal convinced them not to. America, F yeah, et cetera, et cetera. Now, that's the thing, though, because check it out. If I am with my family, and I got little kids with me, 5, 6 years old, we're coming to see a Little Mermaid, and all of a sudden, there's a gay sex scene that comes on during the previews. I might be a little bit offended, so I will understand why they want to pull that. Maybe not a gay sex scene, maybe just kissing or something like that. Okay, I did not come for that. I came to see Little Mermaid, Under the Sea. I came to see all of that, right? I did not come to see y'all two dudes, bumping beards and whatnot in the trailer, okay? I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do that on your own time, but I got my little kids with me, little baby Goo Goo Gaga. I'm not trying to see that at that moment. All right. So I know where he's going with this, talking about conservative people, rednecks, and, the uncultured swine that do not live in Los Angeles, San Francisco, California, that area, right? The left coast. But he continues, that's just the world we live in, unfortunately, even with the glowing reviews, great Rotten Tomato scores, and an A cinema score, etc. Straight people, especially in certain parts of the country just didn't show up for Bros. And that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Now let's pause right there. Okay, let's just pause right there. Rotten Tomatoes is notorious for having the critics' reviews be one thing, but the audience reviews being something else. Okay? And I'm gonna look it up after we get done with this. I'm gonna look it up and see exactly what's going on, if they even have user reviews on there yet. But that's usually how it goes. Okay, it'll have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 0% with the users. Because Rotten Tomatoes critics, a lot of times they live in LA, San Fran, New York. They're super liberal. There's an agenda to push. They want to make this thing be the best in the world. They give it high reviews because of an agenda, not because it's a great movie. Okay? If you have a great movie, the content that could be controversial will be overshadowed by the greatness of the movie, by the greatness of the TV show, like The Wire, like Brokeback Mountain, etc. That's kind of what's going on. But let's continue here. Everyone who isn't a homophobic weirdo should go see Bros tonight. You will have a blast. And it is special and uniquely powerful to see this particular story on the big screen, especially for queer folks who don't get this opportunity often. I love this movie so much. Go Bros, heart emoji, rainbow emoji, right? That's his whole thing. And of course, again, that will be in the description. But again, maybe your movie is not that good. Maybe you're the LA crowd where it sold out and people are gay and they like to see themselves on television or on the big screen. Maybe they want to see that. And that heightens the experience for them. But once you get past that little, that niche audience, once you get past that gimmick, maybe it's not that good beyond that. I've seen that quite a bit. It'd be a certain identity group that likes a movie because of the representation in the movie. But once you get past the representation, the gimmick, the little things that get you hooked into watching it, it's not that good. You look back on it years later and be like, that kind of sucked, right? It's just like watching horror movies as a kid. When you're 5 years old, Nightmare on Elm Street is terrifying. But when you get to be 35, it's not the same thing. But let's continue. Let's zoom in a little bit right here. Bros, which is produced by Judd Apatow and reportedly cost $22 million to make, garnered buzz for being the first gay romantic comedy from a major studio, but it brought in a paltry $4.8 million since its release on Friday. Okay, so like I said, $22 million may appear to be a lot just in money, but really for these big Hollywood movies, if you want a big production, it's just not all of that, right? Oh, and here's Smile. I was talking about that. Let's look at Smile and see what it did. Okay, so you see the headline. There was something to smile about at this weekend's box office, right? So, okay, Smile got 8.2 on its first weekend. 8.2 ain't that much either, okay? And it's interesting. So it's predicted to make 19 million in the opening weekend. All right, that's interesting. We say how much it cost to make. I'm not really sure, but 8.2 and then 19 compared to what 4.8. And again, Smile had much better marketing. I saw it all over the place. So it makes sense for that to make 19 versus a 4.8. But let's continue here. So you're just talking about the whole thing on Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. I guess that's him right there. I guess that's them in the movie. Yeah, I don't really see anything about this. I maybe just want to go out and see it. You know, if you're a straight person, you probably don't want to see a gay romance necessarily. You know what I mean? It's got to be a fantastic movie for you to just get outside your box and watch that. It's got to be a great movie. I've never seen Brokeback Mountain, but I heard it was good. That's not my cup of tea, but I heard it was good to make the whole gay stuff not really be a thing that will prevent you from going to watch it. But that movie right there, Bros, was not. And that should be it. It shouldn't be about blaming straight people. How about blaming your marketing team? How about blaming your acting skills? How about blaming the people who wrote the script? Blame them rather than blaming regular American normies. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about Billy Eichner blaming straight people for his movie Bros having a box office bomb? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. I have one more question for you guys. I wonder how this did in the market, like, I don't know, China, Saudi Arabia. Was it even available over there? Now, you don't want to blame them. You don't want to say, oh, well, we couldn't play it in China. That's why I didn't do very well, because China is probably the biggest market beyond the USA for movies. It might even be beyond the USA as far as people that go watch the movie because of their population and people that have money to spend on the movie. Okay, so if you don't have it in China, you don't have it in Saudi, you don't have it in other parts of the world, why you want to blame just Americans? How about saying that maybe your movie is not good enough to overcome natural boundaries that it's going to have on itself by the subject matter? How about that? Your marketing, all of that, that's the reason. And y'all know where I'm at. I think it's just a way to attack regular, hardworking, red-blooded, baseball, apple pie Americans. You're just trying to blame us for your failures. How about go back to the drawing board and make a better film that doesn't flop at the box office? How about that? But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.